and welcome to Life in Print with me, Leonie, or welcome back if you've been here before. So today I'm going to be doing the 25 bookish things about me tag. I'm just going to get straight into it because obviously with it being 25 facts, it will end up being a really long video. Sorry about the lighting in here, by the way, it's weird today, but hopefully it's not too distracting. So without further ado, let's get straight into it. Number 1, the first book that I ever read that wasn't a picture book was the Bible. Even though I'm not remotely religious, it was the biggest book in the house and I was probably about 5 or 6 years old and I just thought, hey, I'm going to read it. Number 2, I don't generally like reading classics, but I do love Wuthering Heights and Jane Eyre by the Bronte sisters, Charlotte and Emily. And they have been read by me lots of times, and I also collect editions of it, including these two gorgeous leather-bound ones. Number 3, even though I always tend to end up watching them, I really don't like TV or film adaptations of books because they just never stick to the storyline well enough. Number 4, off the back of that, I'm probably one of the only people in the booktube community who doesn't like the Harry Potter films or the Shadowhunters TV adaptations, even though I really love both sets of books. Number 5, I love dark fairy tales, particularly if they are from places like Russia or Prague or anywhere like that. I love those kinds of fairy tales that really go outside of the norm. Number 6, I read really fast, and sometimes this is a problem because sometimes I struggle to slow down enough to read classics, and I think that is one of the reasons that I don't enjoy them, because I can't speed through them due to the language. 7, the only reason that I have to wear glasses is because I read so much that it's actually damaged my eyesight. Number 8, my favourite authors are Cassandra Clare, Leonie Taylor and the Bronte sisters. Number 9, at last count I have read 1,751.5 books. Number 10, my to-read list is 446 books long. Number 11, the author that I have read the most books from is Roger Hargreaves, author of the Mr. Men series. Number 12, I subscribe to 2 bookish related subscription boxes, which are Illumicrate and Fairy Loot. 13, reading relaxes me so much that when I was younger and used to go out downtown quite a lot, I used to get in the early hours of the morning and read for an hour before I went to sleep. Number 14, I can multitask a lot while reading, so I tend to use the time while I'm reading to paint my nails, straighten my hair, even do my makeup. You get the idea. Number 15, my favourite genres are fantasy, crime fiction and chick lit, in that order. 16, although I do on occasion read it, I really don't like reading non-fiction, true life, abuse stories because I find them to be too voyeuristic. 17, I love visiting bookish related places, so I've been to the British Library, I've been to the library in Trinity College in Ireland and saw the Book of Kells there as well. I've been to Haworth, home of the Bronte parsonage. I've been to see Anne Bronte's grave at Scarborough. I've been to Whitby, which is where Dracula was written. I've been to the Anne Frank house in Amsterdam. I also went to the house that was the setting for James Joyce's story The Dead in Dublin. And I visited Oscar Wilde's childhood home and the house that he lived in Dublin as well. And also, when I was a little girl, we went to Chatsworth, which is a big famous house in Derbyshire near to where I live, and I was looking at the library, which you're not allowed to actually go into, and because I was so enthusiastic about it, my grandparents told one of the members of staff how much I love books, and they actually allowed me to go through and have a look at some of the books in the library, and they showed me a book that was hundreds and hundreds of years old that isn't on public view. 18, I own 5 first edition books and 4 signed books. 19, I am writing my own fantasy novel, which is a slow process, but maybe one day somebody will be on BookTube reviewing one of my books, which is The Dream, as long as they're nice about it. 20. I used to read literally anything I could get my hands on, so when I went out somewhere I would sit reading the menu, I'd read leaflets, flyers, literally anything I could get my hands on just so that I could read it. 21. I recently bought a bunch of my old childhood favourites in order to reread them again because I enjoyed them so much and want to read them from an adult perspective. 22. The worst book that I ever read was The Canterbury Tales by Geoffrey Chaucer. No. Didn't get it, still don't get it, don't understand it, couldn't finish it, just no. 23. My reading challenge for 2017 is to read 300 books this year. So far I've read 119, so I've still got some way to go. 24. My worst bookish habit is folding over the corner of pages instead of using a bookmark. However, I've been to a charity event today and I've bought a bookmark from the Guide Dog stall, and it's a really nice leather one in purple. In fact, I'll show it you. Here it is. So I'm going to try and take better care of the pages of my book going forward. Finally, 25. I don't like audiobooks and neither do I like people reading to me, mainly because they are read too slowly. Because I like to read really fast, I start getting too distracted if somebody's reading to me slowly or if an audiobook is being read to me slowly. So thank you for joining me today for my 25 bookish facts, and I hope you enjoyed sharing those with me. I'll see you on Wednesday for my next video, which will be my Fairy Loot unboxing.